Good morning and welcome to Halacha A number 575. Halacha that keeps the Yetzer Hara away. And we are continuing the laws of Tefillin. We're getting to the end, but we're still not there. Here we go. As regards to putting on Tefillin on the intermediary days of Yom Tov, which we just had, we had Chol HaMoed between Sukkot. We also have Chol HaMoed between Pesach. There is a dispute among the authorities, and there are various customs. Here in Houston, certainly in Young Israel, Pella Jewish Center, the custom is not to wear tefillin during Chol HaMoed days, but we'll see. Some communities hold like those authorities who maintain not to wear them at all, like I just mentioned. Other communities hold like those authorities who maintain that they should be worn, but without reciting the blessings over them aloud in the synagogue, as is done on other days of the year. So it sounds like you make the blessing privately or in your home, but not to make the blessings in the synagogue. In other communities, they have the custom to put them on without reciting the blessings at all. And a person should bear in mind that if the intermediary days are not the proper time for tefillin, the tefillin should be considered as ordinary straps. Even though you do not recite the blessings, nevertheless, it is forbidden to interrupt between putting on the shel yad, the arm tefillin, and the shel rosh. We talked about that. That's one of the times you don't want to interrupt after you make the blessing le'aniach tefillin. You don't interrupt for anything until you say the blessing of the rosh tefillin, of al mitzvahs tefillin, which you want to say quietly. But here you're not even saying the blessings, but still you should not interrupt between putting on the shel yad, the arm, and the head tefillin. However, you may interrupt for Kaddish and Kedusha. So that's interesting. You're not supposed to interrupt, but if someone says Kaddish or Kedusha, you could say Yehi Shmei Rabba Varach L'Olam, or you could say Kadosh 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 Hashem Tavos Malchut Kadosh Baruch Kavod Hashem Mim Koimo. You could do that even in between the Shel Yad and the Shel Rosh on these days if you're not saying a blessing. Care must be taken that among the worshipers in any one synagogue, there should not be some who put on tefillin and some who do not put them on. You shouldn't have a crowd where some are putting on tefillin and some are not. That's not good. Why? This seems to be the correct way, because otherwise there would certainly be a problem of what's called lo sisgodedu. And what does that mean exactly? According to the sages, this is a prohibition imposed upon a congregation having opposing practices. For this would lead people to believe that there are different standards of halacha, of law, for various people, and this can lead to rivalry and enmity. So we don't want that, and therefore some shuls have the custom that you can't even put the tefillin on at all. You have to do it at your home. Some shuls say, okay, if you're putting on tefillin, you have to be on the other side of the mechitza, in the women's section or another section. But who's ever praying together, you want to have the same custom. That was your halacha number 575. Thanks for listening. Sponsor for your halacha, $36, $100 for the gold, and we'll see you tomorrow.